Okay, I celebrate you all for connecting to my channel. We're going to be discussing understanding entrepreneurship and its enormous benefit. Entrepreneurship is the backbone and the bedrock of every developed society. In short, in most nations, in advanced nations, developed nations, entrepreneurs are the driving force of that economy. That is why 70 to 80% of the employees in developed nations are working in the private sector. So the private sectors are the one driving the economy of most nations, thereby increasing their GDP, which is our gross domestic product. So the importance of entrepreneurs in every country is extremely essential. And that is why today I'm going to be discussing extensively on the enormous benefits of entrepreneurship. Now, I want us to understand that entrepreneurs are problem solvers. For you to become a meaningful entrepreneur and impact your generation, you must solve a problem. You have to scrutinize that, in short, the world is encountering enormous challenges. So you have to scrutinize your society, your environment. Think of a particular problem and think of how to solve that problem using entrepreneurship. So there are so many benefits embedded in entrepreneurship, which I'm going to unravel. So right now, I want us to understand that basically we have two types of entrepreneurs. We have the full-time entrepreneurs and we have the part-time entrepreneurs. Now, many people are skeptical about venturing into entrepreneurship because they feel it is time consuming uh, and it is kind of stressful. But I'm going to let you know that it is very much possible to do your 9 to 5 job. It is very much possible to work in various organizations, NGO, whatsoever, and still be an entrepreneur. That is categorized under the part-time entrepreneur. So now, basically, like I've said, we have two types of entrepreneurs, the full-time entrepreneurs. Now, the full-time entrepreneurs are those that dedicate their time, all their time, their energy, and everything about them into that enterprise. While the part-time entrepreneurs are those that possibly they do the normal 9 to 5 job, or they are engaged in one responsibility or the other and still go about their enterprise. Now, basically, I'm going to enlighten us and share with us some of the businesses you can do as a part-time entrepreneur. You can be doing these businesses, earn very good income, and at the same time still working in your various organizations. Now, for example, you can be able to run an Uber. You don't have to be the one driving it. You can buy an Uber car, give it to someone, and the person will be remitting some amount of money for you every week. I know of a lot of friends that do that, and they are making cool cash every week. They pay them very cool cash. That is another profitable business to do while you are engaged in other responsibility. For those that are buoyant, you can decide to build a house and you put it under rentage. People will be paying you rent every year. That's another cool way of making cool cash. Then also you can decide to run a poultry farm, a fish farm, goat farming, pig farming, and so many other things. All these ideas I'm sharing, they are not time consuming. They are very flexible, and you can be able to make very, very good profit, very great profit from these businesses. So you can be doing your normal work activities and still be running these businesses. So all these are attributes, or all these are businesses you can do while you're engaged with your various job. So it is very much possible for everyone to be part of entrepreneurship because there's abundance of benefit embedded in it. And you know, There's two major driving force why people go into entrepreneurship. Basically, number one, to solve a problem, and number two, to become financially independent, to generate profit. So, and everybody can be part of it. Now, there are four major ways. Now, one of the major challenge of most entrepreneurs is how to access funding. And there are four major ways on how to access funding for your business. One is our personal savings. You can decide to save from the little money you're getting and thereafter set up a business. Then two is support from family and friends. You can be able, if you have a very good idea, you can be able to meet some family members or some friends that you think can be able to support you. Some very understanding people can be able to invest in your business. They can be able to support you and give you funds, and you can be able to start up your business. Then the third, which to me is the most reliable or is the best for me, is grants. And I know that by God's grace and mercy, I've benefited from a lot of grants, which in my subsequent videos, I'm going to explain extensively on how to be able to access grant, the modus operandi, the secret on how to be able to access grant for your business. So grant is a money that has been given to you free of charge to be able to either start up a business or expand your business. In grant, you don't pay back. So grant, mostly you have to apply for it. There are a lot of organizations, private sectors, so many bodies that give out grants. I'm going to explain that when I do the video on how to be able to access grant. So then finally it is loan. Now basically for loan, there's a clause. If you are starting a business, it's very, very risky to start a business with a loan. But you can be able to collect a loan if you want to expand. If you want to expand your business. Because most loan comes with interest. And starting a business comes with a lot of challenges. Unforeseen challenges. So it's not advisable. I will not advise you to start your business with a loan. Now, opportunities. There's abundance of opportunities embedded in entrepreneurship. I've benefited so much from it. In short, it may interest you to know that I boarded my first flight by the virtue of entrepreneurship. In 2017, I was privileged to be selected among one of the 40 youngest great personality or entrepreneurs in Nigeria by Lekki Gardens and Bravo Point. And they flew us from Lagos to Abuja for a particular program. They pay our flight ticket, everything. Well, it was all expense paid trip. And thereafter, in 2019 also, I was also my enterprise, our startup, was shortlisted among the 15 young startups in Nigeria by British Embassy, and they pay our flight ticket to and fro. And I've benefited from so many all expense paid trip. Now, entrepreneurship will give you such kind of. It is entrepreneurship that gave me such platform, such opportunity. You can also benefit from even outside the country. Benefit from all expense paid trip for a seminar, for conferences. So many opportunities. In short, I was privileged also in same 2017. I think to be shortlisted among one of the 10 youngest entrepreneurs, and by Ford Foundation and Kuka Center, and we were privileged to meet with the Vice President of Nigeria in Aso Rock Villa, and so many other opportunities I've benefited from entrepreneurship. In short, the beauty of entrepreneurship is that it gives you freedom. It gives you freedom. You become it gives you the time of your own. So you have the luxury to understand, to be able to navigate your timing and decide what you want. It also it links you up with a lot of networks, a lot of opportunity, and a lot of influential people. And also, now, it's been interesting to know that, in short, entrepreneurship can give you that power that you so desire. Now, if you check the first 5 billionaires we have in the whole world, they are all entrepreneurs making impact in their various space. Now, for example, if I ask you who is the founder of Facebook, many of you can be able to know the person, which is Mark Zuckerberg. But if I ask you who is the president of, for example, now, if you go to another African country, you ask who is the president of Nigeria, maybe you go to Mali or Seychelles or any African country or any country outside even Africa, you ask who is the president of Nigeria. Many of them, many people might not be able to even know the name of our president. But if you go to that same country, go to that same country I just mentioned, the Mali, Seychelles, Tanzania, Madagascar, and the rest of them, Egypt, Tunisia, you ask who is the founder of Facebook. Most of them can tell you Mark Zuckerberg. So entrepreneurship can also give you that fame. It can give you that power. Now imagine Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook has a user base of almost more than 2 billion. Imagine one person has 2 billion people in his fingertips. Imagine the kind of power he controls. In short, sometimes when he visits some countries, it is even the president that comes to welcome him. So if you really want to impact your generation, change the status quo, and do greater things, you need to think of embracing entrepreneurship. So the opportunities of in entrepreneurship are so enormous. And thank you very much for viewing. Please endeavor to subscribe, also like and comment to my post. Thank you very much, and I celebrate you all.